Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about the Twilight Saga and how much it was a rotten pile of dog shit. So, alright, the story starts out, girl moves in with her father and she goes to a new school and she comes across this family of misfits, and she really takes a liking to one of the members by the name of Edward, and it's just some kind of god-awful corny love at first sight thing, but it's like a dumb tragic love, but it's not really anything we should care about, like Romeo and Juliet. It's, as much as I hate Romeo and Juliet, it really, you do care about the, the star-crossed lover complex. They're from two families that despise each other or at war with each other or whatever you want to call it, and they fall in love, and, but this is just awful. Like, there's no reason that it should be tragic that they're in love with each other, because she doesn't know what he is yet, so why is it such a big thing? Anyway, moving on. So she gets saved by him, even though he makes it very apparent that he doesn't want to be around her at all. And then she starts, talking to him more, and then they go off into the woods, and, they're just talking about how, for lack of a better term, how he wants to kill her, and she still fucking wants to be with him. What the shit is that about? I mean, if some guy said, I want to murder you and drink your blood, ladies, would you still go out with him? If the answer is yes, you are a stupid bitch. Now, so then the first movie happens, and then the second movie happens, and so in the second movie they're a couple, and she turns 18, and then she's worried about aging and something, or no, she's not worried about aging. He's worried about aging because he's an emo and everything has to be a problem with him. But anyway, so he says he has to move away because her family is supposed to be like 10 years older than they actually are or something. So they leave, and he's like, you'll never see me again, and she starts crying for like 3 months, and the camera goes around her because they're lazy or something, I don't know. Anyway, it sucks. But, so then she starts hanging out with this Jacob kid who's a werewolf, and he's got a real temper, and she hangs out with him, and she's like, she wants to love him, but like she can't because she's in love with stupid McCrypants. You know what? If I don't mention this now, I'm gonna forget. So the sparkling was fucking ridiculous. What the shit is that? Vampires are supposed to burn in the sunlight. This doesn't make any bit of fucking sense. What the fuck was the writer thinking? This is total dog shit. Anyway, I digress. So she's hanging out with the Jacob kid, and he likes her, and she likes him, but doesn't want to be with him because of stupid Edward. And then Bella has to go save Edward because Edward wants to die because he thinks Bella's dead. And it's just like, if you left the bitch, why would you die if she died? It doesn't make sense. If you cared about her, You know what? I don't even care at this point. Fuck it. Anyway, so the third movie happens. Now, the third movie was directed by David Slade, who directed 30 Days of Night. And I will admit, the scene at the very beginning of Eclipse was fairly interesting. You know, it was very dark, it was gruesome. It reminded me of a real fucking vampire movie, not this sparkly, stupid shit. So, you know, there's this guy, he gets attacked by a vampire, and now he's breeding an army of vampires, and it's really interesting, but then they have to, of course, add all this stupid Twilight shit in it. So then, like, Jacob and Edward are fucking fighting with each other over the dumb bitch, and you know, it's just an on and on thing, and she still can't make up her goddamn mind. Even though she says it's Edward, she still keeps screwing around with the Jacob kid. And, you know, it's awful. It's god awful. It's like if a dumb emo kid read Interview with a Vampire and decided he wanted to make it even more whiny and ridiculous than it already was. So, basically saying, me, growing up, liking the vampire fiction, it's a bit of a slap in the face to me that now, you know, years later, vampires are so damn popular, but they're awful, to tell the truth. They're just ridiculous, and it pains me to know that I live in a world where these things exist, and yeah, it's awful. Now, with that being said, all you Twilight fans, why don't you go watch a real vampire movie, like The Lost Boys, or 30 Days of Night, even, this directed by David Slade, the same director of Eclipse. Go watch these movies, and if you still think Twilight is superior to this shit, then you're beyond help. Good night, everyone.